Welcome. So in this video we're going to be looking at something called the UCAS tariff, which may be something that you've come across when you're looking at entry requirements, or maybe if you've reached the point that you've done your application and you're starting to get some offers. So if you've watched one of the previous videos, you may know that universities make two types of offer. The one that we're going to be looking at in this presentation is the idea of the conditional offer, the idea that you have to meet certain requirements, more often than not academic requirements, in order to take up the place at the university. Now, these academic requirements can be set out in one of two ways. It may be that you need to achieve set grades or better in your subjects, and sometimes it might go as far as you having to achieve a specific grade or better in a particular subject. The second way that universities might make you an academic offer is to talk about the number of UCAS points that you need. And this is where your results are translated into points based on where they sit on the UCAS tariff. So here are some examples of some of the set grades that you might need to achieve. So in the top one, you can see that this student has to achieve 3 grades, B, B and C at A level. It could be in the second one that they need to achieve A, B, B across 3 subjects, but it's specific that they need to achieve a B in a science subject. And usually it will set out what the science subjects that are acceptable to that university are. It may be that you're studying a mix of qualifications. So for example, if you're studying a BTEC and 2 A levels alongside that, it may be that you need to achieve a distinction or a merit or a particular grade in your BTEC, and alongside that, particular grades in your A levels. In this case, 2 Cs. The UCAS tariff works slightly differently in that it allocates each grade a set number of points, and the offer will be to achieve a particular number of points. Sometimes it may also state how many qualifications you need to achieve this from, or how many points need to come from a particular subject. So, looking at some of the popular qualifications, you can see that each grade is allocated a set number of points. So A levels from 56 to an A star, down to 16 for an E. If you're doing something like a BTEC National Extended Certificate or a similar qualification for OCR, or maybe one of the BTEC or OCR AAQ qualifications that are graded pass merit distinction. Again, as you can see here, so a distinction star for UCAS is treated the same way as an A star, a distinction the same way as an A grade, a merit for a C, and a pass is an E grade. Similarly, you could be picking one of the popular WJEC diplomas, say for example in criminology. And although this is regarded as a vocational subject, it's still graded A star to E. And you can see here that the points are worth exactly the same as if you were doing an A level or its equivalent in a BTEC. The full range of subjects and varieties of subjects and variety of qualification is set out on the UCAS website should you wish to look at it. So, looking at some of the examples that you might get for your UCAS tariff, it may be that, for example, you have to achieve 120 points or above from just a combination of subjects. It may be that you need to achieve 120, and that comes from 2 A-level subjects or equivalent qualifications. And similarly, you could get something just as straightforward as saying you need to achieve a minimum of 112 UCAS points. So to look at how some of those things might come about, to get 120, you might need 3 Bs or an A, a B and a C. 112 could come from 2 qualifications. You could be doing 2 BTEC National Extended Certificates, and a distinction star in each of those will get you 112 points. It may be that you need BBC or It could be something that allows you to perform well in one subject, say for example a distinction star in your BTEC National Extended Certificate, and alongside that a merit and maybe an E grade in one of your A levels. Similarly, as you can see here, for 96 points, you can get that across a wide range of subjects. So offers a little bit more flexibility and perhaps takes on board that some people perform better in some subjects than others. Hope you found this useful.